Seventh inning stretch wrapping up here at Prince George's Stadium. On the cusp of the first home weekend of the season, Bay Sox hoping to take 2 of the first 3 from the Seawolves in their inaugural 6-game series of the campaign. Top of the order, 2 up against a new Erie pitcher. It's right-hander Woo-Suk Go, who just joined the team here this week. He goes right on right against Butterworth, and the first pitch is a fastball that is taken high for ball 1. So Go enters for the first time this year with the Seawolves, 3rd Erie pitcher today. Butterworth awaits the 1-0, and it's in for a called strike. Fastball at 93. It's 1-1. Butterworth been on base twice today. He had a hustle single in the 3rd and walked in that 5th. Here he takes his time out in a 1-1 count. Go comes in after Johan Simone went an inning and 2/3 scoreless for Erie. The 1-1. Butterworth fouls it back. And it's 1-2. Go comes set at the belt. The 1-2. Butterworth gulfs it up. High in the air, out to second. Exposito, the second baseman on the infield dirt, has it. And there's the first down of the inning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Bay Sox Radio Network.
Number 10, Estrada.
Your hometown station for news, music, and more. 1430 WNAV and 92.7 W224 EM, Annapolis.
Locked in a good one here from Prince George's Stadium. First to Aaron Estrada, who gets to turn around and bat left-handed for the first time today. Switch hitter flails through the first, and it snowballs in 1 strike against righty Woo-Suk Go. It's in here for the Seawolves. The next, Estrada stares at a strike on the outside edge, and he's behind 0-2. Estrada is 1 for 3 in the ballgame. It was his hustle infield hit. It tied this game at 1 with the bases loaded back in the 5th. 0-2. He casts one foul to stay alive, reaching the pluck and outer 3rd splitter. Bay Sox scored their only run in the 5th on an infield hit. Erie scored on an RBI ground out in the 2nd. No balls and 2 strikes. Go leans back, and now he throws. And Estrada rolls it to second. Exposito nearly has it eat him up, but he's able to stick with it and throw out his counterpart at second base. 2 down, bags clean for Sosa.
Number 17, Sosa.
Go is a native of Korea. That's the Republic of Korea. Pitched with Toledo early on this season, but struggled. 3 runs allowed in an inning and a 3rd. Here is Sosa, the big lefty. Fouls back the first pitch. Whew, a ferocious swing at a first pitch fastball. Can almost feel the wind from that one up here. And it snowballs in 1 strike. Sosa 0 for 2 with the walk. 0-1. Is just a bit outside. Good take. Maybe a bit low as well on the breaking ball that time. Sosa, who can change the complexion of this game with just 1 swing. 1-1. And he fouls it back again. He's on that fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Go, who pitched for 6 teams last season, both in the Tigers org and the Marlins organization. The 1-2. Sosa watches down on a split. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reached as high as AAA Jacksonville and then spent most of last season with AAA Toledo. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And Sosa takes inside and hip high. That'll force a full count. He was released by the Marlins in June and picked up by the Tigers 6 days later. 3-2. And Sosa knuckles another one foul. Count holds at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Goes next. Is rolled foul down the first base line. Young fans that are still in attendance urging on Tomas Sosa. Payoff pitch. Sosa ropes it past the outstretched glove of the first baseman Jenkins, and it rattles into the right field corner. It's plucked there by Bigby, and Sosa will jog into second base standing. 112 miles an hour off the bat, a sizzler past the glove of Jenkins, and it's another extra base hit for Tomas Sosa. His 6th already of the season, his 4th double, and the go-ahead run for the Bay Sox is in scoring position for Ethan Anderson. Anderson gets a chance to bat left-handed for the first time. First pitch, swing and a miss. At a high fastball, and it's 0-1. And as you probably heard in our crowd mic, there's a couple of fans that have been foul ball hunting the whole game that just found out Ethan Anderson is a switch hitter. They were lining themselves up because they thought he was going to hit righty again. As the 0-1 is in the dirt. Break from Sosa, the throw down to third base, the tag, not in time. Sosa gets in there. It was a great dirt ball read. Lee lunged down in front of home plate to try to throw him out. And when Pacheco put the tag down, he turned towards the foul line instead of back towards in play. And that allowed Sosa to dive in there with the hand safely. Close play, but Sosa gets 90 feet away. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Anderson. Tie game here in the 7th. The pitch. Anderson foul tips it into Lee's mitt. Tad late on the fastball, and it's 1-2. But the fans were lining themselves up and said, hey, he's a switch hitter. He's a switch hitter. We got to go to the other side. Anderson's hoping to steer this one in play and give the Bay Sox the lead. The 2-2 is outside. Fastball fills the count. Anderson's 1 for 3 today with a single. Payoff pitch. It's on the outside corner, a called strike 3. Fastball just deemed to have grazed the zone by Brooks Pritchett. And all right, bottom of the 8th here from Prince George's Stadium. The Bay Sox are hoping for some late offense to give them 2 home wins in the first 3. They're tied at 1 right now with the Seawolves. Woo-Suk-Go continues on the mound. Here's Anderson De Los Santos to start. And the first pitch is hit on a line. It's off the glove of the third baseman Pacheco. Grabbed by the shortstop Graham. Throws to first and got him. Oh, man. De Los Santos scalded that baseball 101 miles an hour off his bat. Pacheco was playing slightly in, and he just stabbed at it with the glove to knock it down. And then his shortstop Graham barehanded the baseball as it died in the dirt and still threw out De Los Santos. Heck of a play to start the 8th inning. Now here's Doug Hodo. And the first to Hodo is whisked foul. And it'll pop out to the right for strike 1. I mean, that had leadoff hit written all over it. And Pacheco just gets a piece, and then Graham with a great play. The 0-1 pitch is popped up. Shallow right field. It's Bigby racing over towards the line, and it drops down foul. Bigby with his arm fully outstretched, couldn't haul it in. And it just touched down to the right of the line. And if that would have touched down fair, he would have overran it. And then a guy with Hodo's speed would have been off to the races. That's possible that he would have ended up at least at third base. But instead, it's no balls and 2 strikes. Go pitched in the 7th. He stranded a 2-out double from Tomas Sosa. Hodo back, resting the bat on his right shoulder. The 1-2 is socked to center, but it's going to hang up for Stevenson. Cruises underneath to make the catch. Triple-digit exit velo for Hodo, but there's 2 quick outs in the 8th for Carter Young.
The third baseman, number 1, Carter Young.
Talking a little bit about Go in the last inning. He began as a Marlins farmhand, was released, picked up by the Tigers about halfway through last year. Young takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. He's also activated by Korea to be on Team Korea in the World Baseball Classic this past February. 1-0. Young stares at a strike. And the count's even at 1. He would have been in the same pool as a couple of former Bay Sox that stood out among the 18 that were playing in the WBC. 1-1 to Young is slightly rolled up the first baseline. It's going to stay fair over the bag. Jenkins will take himself, and the inning is over. Alex Wells pitched for Team Australia, and Taran Vavra and Mark Cervenka both played